My beloved students of class 9, good morning and best wishes of Holy Ramadan to you all. This is Muhammad Shamimul Islam, your English teacher. Hello everyone. Hope you are doing all well and staying healthy and safe from COVID-19 pandemic, no doubt. But during this marathon lockdown, you may perhaps be much worried about your regular classes, but don't worry at all. I am here, I am with you to ease your anxieties, and you surely get relieved of your tenses categorically. You know, COVID-19 is a global pandemic. It is horrendous and overwhelming and prevailing all over the world. It's a catastrophe and the and maybe the worst time in human history. Nothing is normal nowadays. To cope with this COVID-19, everywhere strategies are changing. So am I. I have already switched to online classes as my own pedagogy. Now I welcome you all to my virtual English class. Before moving on to the topic, let me say something which are very important. Let me be sure whether you are well equipped with writing materials or not. If not, please keep yourself ready with pens and exercise books immediately. And I think by this time you are well prepared to attend the class. And of course, with repetition. You know, without concentration in the realm of knowledge, we can gain nothing. So concentration is a must for learning. And I hope that you will do so. And of course, I'll request you, please do stay connected until my lesson ends. Now I will move on to the board. You please focus on the board. Uh, it's really not a board, just it's my own creation from calendar pages. So don't mind, just assume it's a board. So what you can see on the board now, a sentence: if lockdown continues, we will go on with our online classes. Exactly. If lockdown continues for long, we must keep going on with our online classes. If you were before me in a regular class in person, and if I ask you after this sentence what we are going to talk about for our lesson, or what is the topic of today's lesson, then of course you answered that we are going to talk about or learn about conditional sentences. And today surely we are going to talk about conditional sentences. Now I like to explain what conditional sentences are. or what is a conditional sentence? If you look into this sentence, you will see two parts. If lockdown continues, one part, and we will go on with our online classes, another part. First part, if lockdown continues, this is called protasis, containing the condition, or you can say it subordinate clause. But very simply you can say if clause. This part is if clause. And second one, this is called apodosis, containing the result. You can also call it main clause, or simply you can say this part is as result clause. So in a conditional sentence, we find two clauses, if clause and result clause. And now we'll talk about different types of conditional sentences. There are 5 kinds of conditional sentences. Number 1, zero conditional, first conditional, second conditional, third conditional, and finally mixed conditionals. Today we will spend pains to talk about all the kinds of conditional clauses one by one. Now I will move on to the next conditional sentences. First of all, what you see, zero conditional. What is zero conditional? Zero conditional is always fact, real, habitual, and scientific proven. And now we will look into the clauses of zero conditional, how verb and tense behave with these clauses. You please look at this. In if clause part is subject plus present simple, and in result clause it is also subject plus present simple. So what we see in both clauses, the tense is same, present simple. Now we will examine two examples. If you heat water, it boils. In second example, if you take paracetamol, it lowers your temperature. It's truth. This is medically proven, scientifically proven. If you take paracetamol, it of course bring down your temperature, no doubt. And if you heat water, it boils. Water boils after heating. Both sentences are real and truth and scientifically proven. So what we conclude in zero conditional, that is, zero conditional is always fact, truth, habitual, scientific proven, or it may be geographically proven, or it may be historically proven, or historical truth. Next we will move on to the next conditional, that is first conditional. The characteristic of first conditional is also real and possible. And now we will look into the clauses, how verb behaves with the clauses. In if clause, we can see it is present simple and the result clause is future simple. For examples, if lockdown continues, I will conduct online classes. Surely, if lockdown continues for long, I will conduct my online classes. And what I am doing now, that is, I am conducting online classes, what you are enjoying at the moment. In my second sentence, if people disobey social distancing rule, they will be infected by zoonotic disease. What is zoonotic disease? Zoonotic, zoonotic disease is a kind of disease which is usually spread from animals to human beings. So be careful uh, from this disease. This is very horrendous and dangerous, and it 100% threatens our life. However, what we see in first conditional, that is, first conditional is real and possible, and the if clause and result clause, if clause is present simple and result clause is future simple. I will move to the next conditional, that is second conditional. The characteristic of second conditional is first, unreal, and impossible. Second conditional is never true. It cannot be real. There is no way of realization. Only we can dream. Now we will look into the clauses, how verb behaves with these clauses. In if clause, the verb is past simple, and in result clause, verb is would, oblique could, oblique might plus verb 1. What is verb 1? Verb 1 is the base form of the verb. Examples. If I were Donald Trump, I would chase the culprits out of the country. Exactly. If I were Donald Trump, I did so, because I had much power and I forced out all of the culprits out of the country, or even out of the globe. In example 2, if I won the lottery, I would feed the unfed. What we see in second conditional is always past and unreal, impossible, because the assumption, the expectation, what we can see in if clause will never be real or never be realized in our life. Only we can dream, nothing else. So second conditional is always impossible, unreal. Actions will never be realized in our life. Next, I will move on to the next conditional, that is third conditional. The characteristics of third conditional: unreal, past, or past hypothetical. What is hypothetical? Hypothetical is imaginary, imaginative. No reality, no realization. Now we'll look into the clauses. Here, if clause is past perfect, result clause is would, oblique could, oblique might, plus have, plus verb 3. What is verb 3? The past participle form of the verb. Examples. If Chinese people had informed us of the COVID timely, we could have saved us. Exactly. Chinese people didn't inform us timely in terms of the COVID pandemic, or COVID virus. That's why we could not save thousands of millions of lives. In example 2, if you had followed the advice, you could have got a plus. Exactly. If you had followed the advice, you could have got a plus. But the sentences are unreal, hypothetical. What you can dream in if clause, what you can hope in if clause will never be realized. It will never be true in your life. Only you can imagine. So this is called hypothetical sentences. Now we will move on to the next conditional. What is our next conditional? This is the final conditional sentence of our topic, mixed conditional. Mixed conditional is always a mixture of other conditionals. What is that? A mixture of second conditional in the if clause and third conditional in the result clause, or vice versa. For examples, if you had come, this is the if clause of the third conditional. I would arrange a party, and this is the result part or result clause of second conditional. In our second sentence, what we can see, if I were you, this is the if clause of second conditional. I could have bought a car. This is the result clause of third conditional. So mixed conditional is really a combination of the mixture of other conditionals. Here nothing is new. Now we are at the very final stage of our discussion, that is home assignment or homework. Here are very few sentences for your homework, for your home assignment, but I think these are not enough for you, because you are in a marathon lockdown. You need to do something more. That's why I will request you all to produce some more sentences from your own. Just if you study the class again and again, and you will produce 4 or 5 sentences from the is conditional, and finally it will be 25 to 30 conditional sentences. If you face any difficulties in producing sentences, you please let me know through emails or proper channels. But I think you will face no difficulty. Why? Because technology has bestowed us blessings from the sky. If it were a regular class, you couldn't watch or listen or hear the lecture again and again. But now what you can do, there is ample opportunity scope of watching this video or these lectures again and again just by a mouse click. If once, twice, thrice is not enough, you can see more and more as long as you need. So I think blessings due to technologies. Because of online class, you have this opportunity. So you please see this video, watch this video as much as you need. Finally, you may have comments. You may have feedbacks to improve my teaching. If so, you please let me know. And of course, during this lockdown, stay healthy and safe. Don't go out or visit others frequently. Only go out if it is absolutely necessary. Otherwise, don't go out. And of course, if you have to go out, you please follow the self-distancing rule. May Allah bless us all, save us all. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that we will see you very soon. Allah.